Want to learn an hour of fun facts? Subscribe to Zarpado. We are already starting. In the Atacama Desert in Chile, there is a phenomenon that feels like something out of a fantasy movie: ball lightning. It is a glowing sphere that floats during thunderstorms. Although it has been reported since the 19th century, scientists still cannot fully explain how it forms. In 2020, an AI called AIVA became the first to compose a full symphony with no human writing the notes. The music was performed by an orchestra in Prague, and many people in the audience could not tell it apart from something written by Beethoven or Mozart. The Ice Bucket Challenge, launched in 2014, did more than fill the internet with freezing water videos. It raised more than $220 million for ALS research. One simple viral idea funded years of real medical progress. In 2018, a sandstorm in the Sahara carried dust all the way to the Caucasus Mountains and turned the snow orange. The mix of African sand and snowfall created a Mars-like landscape and left scientists amazed by how intense and widespread it was. A Japanese inventor created the silent snack, a gadget that plays chewing sounds so people will not feel judged for eating in public. The idea sounds ridiculous, but it caught on in Tokyo as part of tech humor culture. The fastest human in the world is still Usain Bolt, who in 2009 hit a top speed of about 28 miles per hour during the 100-meter sprint. In 2022, a robotic runner built at MIT covered the same distance, about 330 feet, in just 12 seconds, getting dangerously close to human-level performance. In Norway, a northern light filmed in 2019 formed the shape of a giant dragon, stretching more than 180 miles across the sky. Experts still do not know why it looks so clear and alive, but the images circled the world in hours. During the 2020 pandemic, a penguin was filmed walking alone in the streets of Cape Town. People online named him Pierre, and he became a calm little symbol in the middle of global chaos, gathering more than 60 million views on TikTok. An invention straight out of a cartoon was the bark translator from Japan. This device claimed it could convert a dog's sounds into human phrases. The accuracy was questionable, but thousands of owners bought it just to hear their pets talk. The artificial intelligence DALL-E, released in 2022, shocked people by creating photo-level images from short text prompts. In its early versions, the AI sometimes produced strange and unsettling results, like warped faces and impossible dream landscapes that felt almost too real. In 2023, the Barbenheimer wave took over the internet by mixing Barbie and Oppenheimer into one shared joke. Memes, edits, timelines, even fake crossovers flooded social media and turned two movies into a global event. Mount Erebus in Antarctica is one of the few active volcanoes that spits out crystals of a mineral called anorthoclase. These crystals flash in the light like tiny stars. Scientists say that every blast looks like natural fireworks. One of the most extreme human records belongs to Wim Hof, known as the Iceman. In 2007, he stayed in freezing water for 1 hour and 52 minutes without going into hypothermia. His breathing method was later studied by universities like Harvard for possible immune system benefits. If you think that is wild, in 2017, Bosnian athlete Kerem Ahmetspajak smashed a huge stack of bricks with his head in under 1 minute, setting a record no one else has matched without a serious concussion. Among strange inventions, the shoe umbrella still stands out. A Korean company made tiny umbrellas that hook to your shoes to keep your feet dry. It totally failed in stores, but now collectors hunt for it. The AI companion app, Replica, launched in 2017, surprised the world when millions of users said they felt a real bond with it. Some even said they had fallen in love with their chatbot. That sparked debates about digital loneliness and emotional AI. A rare and dramatic weather show is the dirty storm, when a volcano eruption creates lightning inside the ash cloud. One of the most powerful cases came from the Calbuco volcano in Chile in 2015, where the sky lit up like a war between clouds. In 2021, the milk crate challenge exploded on TikTok. People tried to climb a wobbly staircase made of milk crates without falling. It looked simple, but thousands ended up in hospitals, and the platform finally banned it. In 2018, a Chinese company released the Smart Umbrella, a Bluetooth umbrella with a built-in speaker. It could even warn you if you left it behind. Most people bought it just for the weird flex. The record for non-stop human endurance running belongs to Dean Karnazes. In 2005, he ran about 350 miles without sleep for more than 3 days. His feat inspired documentaries and studies about the true limits of the body. A still mysterious natural event is the Catatumbo lightning in Venezuela. Lightning strikes the same area up to 260 nights a year. It is believed to generate around 10% of the planet's atmospheric ozone. The dancing baby, created in 1996, was one of the first viral memes. The early 3D animation was so weird and funny that it even appeared in the TV show Ally McBeal, helping shape internet culture before social media even ruled the world. Another strange but real product is the selfie toaster, a toaster that burns your face onto bread. It was released in 2014, and even though it seemed like a joke, more than 5,000,000 units were sold in the United States. During Hurricane Harvey in 2017, people in Texas reported fish literally falling from the sky. This rare event, called animal rain, happens when small animals are sucked up by intense wind and then dropped with the storm. In 2022, an AI from Google called Lambda answered questions so smoothly that one engineer said it might be conscious. Google denied that, but the claim set off a huge public argument about digital life and what it means to think. The record for the highest standing jump without help belongs to Evan Unger. In 2016, he jumped about 5 feet 4 inches using only his legs. His first attempt hit so hard it actually damaged the platform. The most watched YouTube video is still Baby Shark, with more than 14 billion views. The children's song has been used in political rallies and even in therapy programs for kids with autism. The launch of the James Webb Space Telescope in 2021 revealed galaxies so old they may rewrite what we thought we knew about the universe. What we see through it could be light that left its source more than 13 billion years ago. In 2022, a robot named Ameca shocked people by reacting with real-looking surprise when someone leaned in too close. The unsettling part was not the code. It was the almost human facial expression. Clips of that strange smile went viral. In this video, we introduce you to Corleo, the most advanced robotic horse on the planet, an all-terrain companion, autonomous, intelligent, and able to follow you with no reins. Forget noisy cars. Corleo moves quietly, reads the ground, carries your load, and walks like it has a soul of its own. Meanwhile, in the animal kingdom, Adam, the octopus at the Coburg Aquarium in Germany, went viral for his obsession with turning off the tank lights. Every night he climbed up, unscrewed the light, and tossed it to the floor. Scientists still do not know how he understood the electrical mechanism. In 2020, a group of archaeologists in Egypt discovered a mummification workshop more than 2,500 years old. Among the jars, they found oil residues from Southeast Asian trees. No one could explain how these resins traveled thousands of miles before the era of long-range ships. Speaking of strange journeys, Sophia the robot, built by Hanson Robotics, became the first android with citizenship in 2017. Saudi Arabia gave her an official passport, sparking debates about whether machines can have rights. In the celebrity world, actor Nicolas Cage said in a 2021 interview that he bought an octopus for $1,500,000 to learn about human introspection. He claimed the animal helped him prepare for roles by watching its stealthy behavior. Elephants also show hard-to-believe behavior. A group was said to have walked 12 hours to attend the funeral of the man who had cared for them in Kenya. They stood silently around the coffin and then left, as if they understood the farewell. In 2003, an accident at a NASA lab changed spaceflight. A single poorly sealed drop of liquid hydrogen caused an explosion that led to a full redesign of fuel tanks for future missions. Thanks to that work, SpaceX's Falcon 9 could launch safely years later. Mukbang, where people live stream while eating huge amounts of food, became a trend in South Korea. It started in 2010 as a way to fight loneliness. And today, some streamers earn more than $1,000 per session. In 2023, a Japanese robot named Alter 3 was programmed to conduct a symphony orchestra. During the concert, it began adding pauses and gestures that were not in the code. Engineers said its algorithm learned artistic patterns on its own. A discovery that changed archaeology came in 1991 when the frozen body of Ötzi the Iceman was found. He had an arrow wound, therapeutic tattoos, and a pouch of medicinal herbs. Studying him revealed how people fought disease 5,000 years ago. Some animals surpass fiction. In Indonesia, dolphins in Bali Bay were seen teaching humans to fish. They herded fish into nets and shared the catch. A striking case of interspecies cooperation. A lab mistake changed modern medicine. In 1928, Alexander Fleming left a contaminated culture plate and discovered penicillin. That accident saved millions of lives in the decades that followed. In 1985, nuclear engineer Galen Winsor became famous for challenging fears about radiation by swimming in pools with nuclear fuel, drinking the water, and even eating uranium. He argued the risks were exaggerated and political. Science still shows that radiation exposure can cause serious harm. Although Winsor lived to 82, among puzzling animal skills is the archerfish, which shoots jets of water to knock insects off branches several feet away. It corrects for refraction at the water's surface, a calculation many humans do not make easily. In 2015, actor Keanu Reeves donated more than $70 million from his Matrix pay to makeup and special effects teams. He said they were the real heroes. The gesture made him a legend off-screen. Some modern customs feel like science fiction. In Japan, ceremonies have joined humans with virtual characters. In 2018, Akihiko Kondo married the digital singer Hatsune Miku. The event was legally symbolic, but he says she changed his life. Boston Dynamics' Atlas robot showed eye-opening parkour in 2021. It leaped walls, flipped in the air, and balanced with precision after years of reinforcement learning, much like a human athlete. In 2020, Pompeii yielded a surprise. Archaeologists found a street vendor's body with his cart intact, painted with ducks and dogs. The find showed how food stalls worked almost 2,000 years ago. In nature, some creatures seem to break biology's rules. Jonathan the tortoise on St. Helena is over 190 years old and still active. He was born before the light bulb, and his life challenges aging models. Speaking of longevity, in 2019, a robot named Pepper worked as a hotel receptionist in Japan. It was so friendly that many guests greeted it like a person. Some even left a tip. An accident reshaped entertainment history in 1994 when a fire destroyed thousands of Universal Studios master tapes. Years later, it emerged that recordings by artists like Chuck Berry and Aretha Franklin were lost. In 2018, archaeologists in Turkey found a Roman mosaic reading, "Enjoy your life, because you will be gone sooner than you think." A skeleton holding a wine jug showed that dark humor existed more than 1,700 years ago. Celebrities also surprised the internet. In 2020, Elon Musk and Grimes named their son XA12. People struggled to pronounce it until Musk said it was XA12. The name mixed AI, aeronautics, and art. Crows showed intelligence close to a 6-year-old's level. In 2022, They planned future actions to get food, a skill once thought uniquely human. An art mistake went viral in 2012 when an elderly woman tried to restore the Ecce Homo fresco and created the famous monkey face. Tourists flooded the town of Borja to see it. In 2017, archaeologists mapped an entire hidden city under the Guatemalan jungle using laser scanning. It was Mayan, with roads, pyramids, and canals that had been invisible to the eye. One unexpected animal interaction came from Canada, where a polar bear was filmed gently touching a sled dog as if they were friends. Experts still debate whether it was curiosity, play, or a rare social moment between predator and prey. Today, some traditions feel otherworldly. In Iceland, every Christmas, the Yule Cat Parade features people dressed as giant cats to scare those who did not get new clothes. It is strange and fun. In 2023, MIT scientists presented Moxie, a nursing robot that could anticipate patient needs by reading expressions. Some said it knew when someone was sad before they spoke. In 2024, Neuralink enabled a paralyzed person to move a cursor with thought. A brain implant translated neural signals into digital actions and opened a new path for brain-computer communication. In 2019, a simple social experiment in New York went viral. A wallet with cash and ID was left on the street to test honesty. About 87% of people returned it intact, showing urban empathy still exists. In 2022, Australian scientists described a spider that can surf on water by riding vibrations. It was nicknamed Dolomites Brian Greene, after the physicist who studies waves in the universe. That same year, a humanoid robot named Digit delivered packages to 10 different homes with no human help. Amazon said it could serve areas where drones cannot fly. Regarding biotechnology, in 2021, a team from the University of Pittsburgh developed touch-sensitive synthetic skin. The shocking part was that it could feel pain when pricked, an innovation meant to help robots recognize danger the way humans do. In 2016, one of the most iconic video game scenes happened in Uncharted 4, when Nathan Drake plays Crash Bandicoot inside the game itself. That nostalgic moment went viral as a tribute to PlayStation history. In that same decade, scientist Catalin Carico changed medicine by helping develop messenger RNA technology, the base for pandemic vaccines. Her work was ignored for 20 years, then saved millions of lives and earned her the Nobel Prize in 2023. In 2019, a chameleon only about 13 millimeters long was found in Madagascar. That is roughly half an inch, making it the smallest reptile known. Its size is so tiny that an adult can stand on the tip of a pencil like a baby version of itself. In modern cinema, Avengers Endgame delivered a historic moment when the heroes gather after the line "Avengers assemble." Chris Evans recorded that line more than 80 times, searching for the version that would hit the audience the hardest. Recent records have also been unbelievable. In 2021, Kenyan runner Perez Jepchirchir broke the women's half-marathon world record in just 1 hour and 5 minutes. Her breathing was so steady that scientists studied it as a model of lung efficiency. An accident that changed engineering happened in 1903, when a Wright brothers test flight crashed. That failure led to a redesign of the wings and helped make the first controlled flight possible only days later. In 2016, Game of Thrones marked television with Battle of the Bastards. The massive battle scene with thousands of extras and practical effects took 25 days to film and almost left actor Kit Harington gasping for air. The panic you see on screen was real. In video games, The Last of Us Part 2 includes a scene where a character gently sings "Take On Me" by Aha on guitar. That moment was not in the script. Actress Ashley Johnson suggested it, and it became one of the most emotional scenes in the game. In 2023, an experiment in London tested an antibiotic created by artificial intelligence. By scanning millions of molecules, the system found a compound that could kill resistant bacteria. It was named Halicina in honor of HAL 9000 from 2001: A Space Odyssey. The record for the tallest building is still held by the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, but in 2024, construction began on the Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia. It is planned to rise higher than 1 kilometer, more than 3,280 feet, with a magnetic elevator system that floats between floors. A disaster that changed space travel happened in 1967 when Apollo 1 caught fire on the launch pad. That tragedy forced a full redesign of the spacecraft and made it possible for Apollo 11 to land on the moon 2 years later. In 2021, a glow-in-the-dark shark species was documented off New Zealand. Called Dalateus lecha, it can light up its own body to hide from predators. The glow is controlled by signals in its nervous system. That same year, scientists managed to partially reverse aging in mice using gene therapy. The animals recovered vision and muscle strength, raising the idea that one day humans could receive similar treatments. In 2020, the Mannequin Challenge united millions of people standing perfectly still while someone filmed the scene. Even NASA joined in, recording a version in zero gravity that became one of the most watched clips in internet history. In 2024, Japanese researchers created self-repairing glass. When it breaks, pressing the edges together makes the fracture seal thanks to a polymer called polyether thiourea. This could prevent millions of tons of glass waste every year. In 2018, one of the most unexpected music pairings happened when Metallica and Lady Gaga performed together at the Grammy Awards. Many people expected chaos. Instead, it exploded on stage and became a global trend for weeks. Among visionary minds, Nikola Tesla showed a radio-controlled boat in 1898. The public thought it was magic, but in reality, it was the first true wireless remote control, the ancestor of modern drones. Finland remains a global reference in education. Since 2015, schools there have replaced classic subjects with global themes. Students learn math, art, and history through real-world projects, which has boosted creativity and performance. Gordon Ramsay is a Scottish chef who conquered the world with intense energy and obsession for flavor. His restaurants have earned Michelin stars, and on television, he became famous for his demanding and direct style. Beyond the shouting, he built a cooking empire and is seen as one of the most influential figures in modern cuisine. Bird murmuration is a natural show that looks impossible. Thousands of starlings fly together and draw living shapes in the air like perfect choreography. Experts believe this helps them confuse predators, share warmth, or communicate. Watching them move in sync feels like seeing nature dance. Piloncillo is a traditional sweetener made from unrefined sugarcane. It has a dark color and a deep caramel taste. It is usually sold in cones or blocks that you can grate. In Mexico and across Latin America, people use it in desserts, classic dishes, and drinks like café de olla. Snow Graffiti is a YouTube channel that teaches how to decorate windows for the holidays using spray on artificial snow. With simple steps, an ordinary glass panel turns into a winter scene with candles, garlands, and festive figures. It looks like graffiti, but white and glowing, and it is perfect for people who love DIY and want a magical house. In 2019, BTS and Halsey teamed up on Boy with Louvre. The song broke YouTube records and kicked off a new wave of East and West pop collaborations, reshaping global music culture. Inventor Thomas Edison held more than 1,093 patents. One of his most unusual ideas was a talking doll that recited poems. It failed because the voice mechanism sounded creepy. Today, one of those dolls sits in the Henry Ford Museum. In 2022, universities such as Harvard and Oxford pushed into what people started calling the academic metaverse. Students attended immersive virtual classes where they could hold molecules in their hands, walk through ancient ruins, or practice surgery from home. That same year, Icelandic scientists designed an eco-friendly paint made from algae. It absorbs carbon dioxide and helps clean the air like living leaves. Some cities are already putting it on, building walls to cut their carbon footprint. In the Indian Ocean, divers found what looks like an underwater river. It is a heavy, salty current that flows along the seafloor like its own channel. It is strong enough to move sediment and support a small ecosystem with glowing fish. One of the rarest artistic partnerships in history happened when Salvador Dalí and Walt Disney worked together in 1946. They created an animated short called Destino, a dreamlike mix of surrealism and fantasy. It was not released until 2003, more than half a century later. Among modern visionaries, Steve Jobs often sat in silence for long stretches before a new product launch. Co-workers said he did not brainstorm in the normal way. He tried to empty his mind so ideas would come without force. That ritual shaped how a lot of Silicon Valley leaders now work. In 2023, a viral video showed a stray dog in Istanbul chasing an ambulance that carried its injured owner. Cameras caught the dog running about 3.1 miles without stopping. The story spread worldwide in hours. In sustainability, a Colombian invention shocked engineers. Bricks made from plastic waste turned out to be tougher than concrete. The design, patented in 2022 by engineer Angelica Ospina, is already used in more than 15 countries to build eco-friendly housing. In the world of pop music, in 2021, Coldplay and BTS released My Universe. They recorded from thousands of miles apart and used artificial intelligence tools to blend their voices into one track. Among the most eccentric inventors is Leonardo da Vinci, who designed a mechanical lion that could walk and open its chest to deliver flowers to the King of France. He built it in 1515, centuries before robotics was even imagined. And speaking of global education, the small country of Bhutan introduced a model based on gross national happiness in 2019. Instead of measuring only knowledge, they also evaluate students' emotional well-being. Their anxiety levels are considered among the lowest on the planet. Spray-on dresses look like something out of a futuristic movie. They use liquid fibers that are sprayed directly onto the body, and once dry, they form a seamless, fitted garment. The texture and shape can be customized, and the material can be recycled. It is a live mix of science, fashion, and art. Dates are tiny energy treasures that grow on palm trees in hot, dry climates. Their natural sweetness makes them an ideal snack, and they also provide fiber, potassium, magnesium, and vitamins. Depending on the variety, they can be soft and juicy or more dry and firm. They are so nutritious that they have been a basic food in the desert for centuries. Isaac Cord turns simple metal colanders into real works of art. In his project, he uses light and shadow so that faces appear on the ground when his sculptures are lit. The mix of light, space, and everyday objects creates a powerful visual effect. His work turns the city itself into a space for creativity and reflection. The hedgehog is a small mammal covered in spines that curls into a ball for defense. It lives in forests, fields, and even gardens, and it is mostly nocturnal. Its diet includes insects, worms, fruit, and small invertebrates. Its vision is limited, but it makes up for it with an excellent sense of smell and hearing. Daniel James Drake raises pancakes to the level of fine art. Using only batter and a pan, he creates portraits, characters, and colorful designs that look hand-painted. His work blends patience, control, and creativity, surprising millions on social media. He turned an everyday breakfast into an art form. Electric mosquito rackets are a nightmare for insects. Shaped like a tennis racket, they use a powered mesh that zaps pests on contact. They run on batteries and are simple and fast to use. It is an easy way to get rid of mosquitoes without chemical spray. The Megalopolis caterpillar, also called the stuffed caterpillar, looks harmless because of its fuzzy body. The soft-looking hairs are actually stinging bristles. A light touch can cause irritation or an allergic reaction. It is the larva of a moth that lives in parts of Central and South America. Woodworking art is a channel that mixes woodworking with car passion. They build detailed scale car models using hand-carved wood. Each video walks through the full process step by step, showing the precision and patience behind every piece. The final models look like something from a museum. Deep in the Caribbean Sea, divers found a cavern that releases a steady breathing sound. Sensors show it comes from methane bubbles escaping in regular bursts, creating the illusion that the ocean itself is pulsing. An unexpected collaboration happened in 2019 when Post Malone recorded an acoustic version of Circles with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The sound was so intimate that many fans said it beat the studio track. In 2024, an eco-friendly drone called Beebot pollinated 3,000 artificial flowers in one day by imitating the flight pattern of bees. Created at Delft University, it could help save crops in places where insects are disappearing. During the total solar eclipse of 2017, people across the United States watched daytime turn to night for about 2 minutes. Social media struggled under the flood of live streams, and more than 200 million people followed the event, making it one of the most watched space moments in history. One of the most extreme records in film belongs to The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. It won 11 Oscars without losing in any category. Director Peter Jackson later admitted he had not expected a complete sweep. In 2021, 3 British cyclists survived a lightning strike. The siblings Rachel, Isobel, and Andrew Jobson were riding through England from Berkshire towards Surrey when they were hit. They escaped with only minor injuries. In lifestyle trends, digital minimalism is changing how people live. Since 2020, millions of young people have been cutting screen time and spending weekends with no social media to recover focus and peace of mind. In the animal world, an octopus named Paul correctly predicted the results of the 2010 World Cup. From his tank in Germany, he chose boxes with national flags and guessed 8 matches in a row. He became so famous that he got bodyguards and his own merch. In 2020, a viral experiment shocked the world. Yale scientists partially reactivated pig brain cells 4 hours after death. The BrainX project showed that brain tissue can stay biologically active longer than we thought, even though there was no consciousness. On the cosmic scale, in 2022, the James Webb Space Telescope captured the light of a galaxy born only about 300 million years after the Big Bang. Astronomers described it as looking at the dawn of everything. The object, called JADES GSZ 131, dates to roughly 330 million years after the Big Bang. For streaming records, Squid Game became Netflix's most-watched series in 2021, with more than 1.65 billion hours viewed. Its creator, Hwang Dong-hyuk, had been turned down by more than 10 studios before someone finally backed the idea. Something that sounds like a movie really happened in 2018, when an Aeromexico plane crashed on takeoff in Durango, and every passenger survived. All 103 people lived. The cause was a microtornado, a weather event so rare it had only been documented a few times in history. In lifestyle, cold plunging became a global trend in 2023. Influencers and athletes began dipping in water at about 41 degrees Fahrenheit to boost immunity and fight anxiety. Celebrities like Chris Hemsworth added it to their daily routine. Among the smartest animals is the Japanese crow, which uses bottle caps as tools to crack nuts. Some have been filmed waiting for a red traffic light, placing the nut in the road, and then collecting it once the cars stop. That is urban intelligence. A dramatic space flyby is expected on November 12, 2032. The asteroid 2004MN4, known as Apophis, will pass so close to Earth that it could be seen with the naked eye. There is no danger, but the event inspired impact simulations and disaster scenarios. One of the most curious music records belongs to Mariah Carey. Her song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, has returned to #1 on the Billboard chart every December since 2019. It is the first song in history to repeat like that for 5 straight years. One of the most cinematic survival stories is that of Harrison Oken, a Nigerian cook who lived through 3 days trapped underwater in a sunken ship in 2013. A pocket of air kept him alive until divers reached him. Style culture keeps mutating. Goblin Core, popular on TikTok since 2022, celebrates moss, mushrooms, old objects, and dirt under the fingernails. It rejects glamour and embraces nature and imperfection as a kind of freedom. One of the strangest animals is the Amazon river dolphin. During courtship, the male offers fish to the female like a gift. Scientists believe it is a show of skill and generosity. This romantic gesture has been noted since the 1980s. In 2021, researchers at Cambridge University created synthetic mouse embryos using only stem cells, no egg, and no sperm. These embryo-like structures even develop tiny beating hearts, something once thought impossible. That same year, the sky gave an unforgettable view. The conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn made them appear as one bright double star to the naked eye for the first time since 1623. Many people called it the Christmas star and aimed their backyard telescopes toward the southwest. And speaking of movie-like events, in 1977, park ranger Roy Sullivan was struck by lightning 7 times, and he survived each one. He became known as the human lightning rod. He died years later, but not from electricity. The slow-living movement, born in Italy, promotes living calmly in a hyper-connected world. Since 2019, thousands of communities celebrate International Slow Day, where people turn off their phones and go for aimless walks. One of the most shared science clips online was the quantum coffee experiment in 2022, created at CERN. By using laser light to excite quantum vibrations, researchers boosted the smell of coffee. It sounded like a joke, but it was actually a real demo of molecular manipulation. On December 4, 2021, the world watched a total solar eclipse from Antarctica. It was the first one fully visible in that continent. Only a handful of researchers saw it live, but the stream pulled in millions of views. In music, Taylor Swift set a record in 2023 by taking all top 10 spots on the Billboard Hot 100 at the same time. No artist had ever done that. Fans even crashed Spotify trying to play Midnights. A real-life drama happened in 2010 in Chile, when 33 miners were trapped about 2,300 feet underground for 69 days. The rescue was so intense and cinematic that Hollywood turned it into a film in 2015 with Antonio Banderas. In 2023, a trend called sleep tourism exploded. Luxury hotels started selling rest with circadian lights, beds that track dreams, and custom binaural music. Sleeping well became a status symbol. One of the most precise hunters in nature is the archerfish. It spits a jet of water so accurately that it shoots insects off branches from more than 6.6 feet away. It is basically a sniper of the mangroves. On November 30, 2020, the sky over Brazil lit up with a fireball visible for 20 seconds. A car-sized meteor exploded before impact. Security cameras filmed it, and the clip went viral as the day the sky roared. One of the wildest entertainment records belongs to Despacito, which in 2017 became the most watched video on YouTube with more than 8 billion views. In 2019, hackers tried to delete it and even changed the thumbnail to an image with a money heist mask. In 2022, a plane flew from South Africa to Namibia with only the pilot and a cat on board after every ticketed passenger canceled. Video of the cat calmly looking out the window went viral as the calmest co-pilot in the world. In health culture, forest bathing has gone global. Born in Japan, it encourages slow walks in the woods to lower stress and strengthen the immune system. Studies in the Journal of Environmental Psychology found real benefits for mood and immunity. The Mexican axolotl is one of the strangest animals on Earth. It can regrow its heart, spinal cord, and even parts of its brain. Its genome is about 10 times larger than the human genome, and scientists study it as a model for regeneration. Virtual reality has reached a point where it is used to treat trauma. In South Korea, a grieving mother experienced a VR reunion with her deceased daughter. The system recreated the child's face, voice, and gestures. The event caused tears in the lab and raised huge ethical questions. In 2024, an Indian influencer named Karan Aujla launched a charity challenge that replaced dance trends with food donations. The Tag Food Instead challenge hit 900 million views and pushed the idea of the influencer with impact. In 1977, astronomers recorded the famous WOW signal. It lasted 72 seconds and came from deep space. No one has explained it. Some say it was a cosmic coincidence. Others whisper first contact. Augmented reality is also changing travel. In Rome, visitors can now wear special glasses and see the Colosseum as it looked in 80 AD, with gladiators, crowds, banners, and statues restored digitally in front of their eyes. It is like walking through time. Nick Vujicic was born without arms or legs and became a global motivational speaker. He has talked in more than 70 countries, proving that limits often live in the mind before they live in the body. Earth 2 is one of the boldest virtual reality-style projects so far. It is a full digital copy of the planet where users can buy land, build cities, and live a second life. Some governments are already studying how it could be used for virtual diplomacy and remote education. In 2021, astronomers studied an exoplanet called WASP-76b, where it literally rains iron. The temperature is around 4,350 degrees Fahrenheit. Iron in the air turns to vapor, forms metal clouds, and falls from the sky as liquid metal. It is beautiful and also terrifying. Influencers are not always human. In 2020, a virtual model named Lil Miquela was listed by Time magazine as one of the 25 most influential online personalities. She does not physically exist, but millions follow her like any celebrity. In 2018, Snoop Dogg and Psy, the artist behind Gangnam Style, released a song called Hangover. It mixed rap, K-pop, and surreal humor. Nobody expected that duo, and millions of views prove the internet loves chaos. In food culture, a Swedish chef created pizza-flavored ice cream, tomato, mozzarella, and oregano in a cold scoop. Many people called it an insult, but the recipe went viral and sparked a big fight online about how far culinary experiments should go. Some modern inventions seem like jokes, but they are real. In 2022, a Japanese startup launched the Air Umbrella, an invisible umbrella that uses pressurized air to push rain away. It does not always work, but its promo video has already passed 100 million views. Among the strangest space signals ever recorded, one stands out, captured in 2019 by the Canadian Chime telescope. It is a repeating pattern of bursts that repeats every 16 days. Scientists still do not know if it comes from a neutron star or something much more mysterious. Fashion is also having its own revolutions. In 2024, a Mexican designer, Daniela Villa, launched a clothing line made with fabric that changes color based on mood. It uses nanotechnology and thermal sensors. The clothes literally feel like you. As for stories of achievement, few compare to Jessica Cox, the world's first armless pilot. She learned to fly using her feet and earned her pilot's license in 2008. Today, she inspires millions by proving that dreams do not need physical limits. In the world of conspiracy theories, one of the most viral was the bird drone story, which claimed that pigeons were actually government spy robots. Even though it has been debunked, some people still swear they saw a pigeon charging its battery. Speaking of food, did you know there is a drink made from human tears? It was created in 2013 by conceptual artist Johannes Paul Rather to explore the link between consumption and emotion. It sounds disturbing, but it was part of an art exhibit in Berlin. In Science, an accident changed history. In 1928, Alexander Fleming left a plate of bacteria in his lab and later found that a fungus had killed them. That was the birth of penicillin, the first antibiotic, a mistake that saved millions of lives. The future keeps giving us absurd gadgets. In 2023, a company released the Smart Fork, a fork that vibrates if you eat too fast. It was meant to improve digestion, but it instantly turned into a worldwide meme. Music has its own weird milestones. In 2019, an artificial intelligence system composed a song in the style of Nirvana. It sounded so convincing that many fans thought it was a lost Kurt Cobain track. The viral Chewbacca's Mom video stars Candace Payne. In May 2016, she posted a 4-minute Facebook video where she laughs non-stop while wearing an electronic Chewbacca mask from Star Wars. The clip reached 140 million views in less than 24 hours. The famous cat on the video call moment involved attorney Rod Ponton during a virtual court hearing in Presidio County District Court in Texas. In February 2021, a cat filter turned on, and he could not turn it off, leading to the now legendary line, "I am not a cat." During a live BBC interview, Professor Robert E. Kelly was explaining politics in South Korea when his daughter casually marched into the room on camera. Moments later, his baby rolled in with a walker, and then the mother rushed in to pull them out. Kelly tried to keep a straight face and apologize. The scene went instantly viral and was replayed around the world as one of the funniest moments in live TV history. A British girl went viral after getting angry at the high price of 2 ice creams and some gum, which her mother had just paid for in pounds. She shouted, "Only 2 ice creams for £9?" saying that will not get you anywhere and accusing the seller of taking the customer's money. People loved her honest outrage and called her a tiny economist. The man who ran a marathon in the snow is Wim Hof. This Dutch athlete, known as the Iceman, ran a barefoot marathon above the Arctic Circle in 2009 at about 22 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. His feat shocked social media and inspired people around the world. The man who climbed a burning tree to save a koala is named Darcy Byrne-Jones. During the Australian wildfires in 2020, he spotted a terrified koala in a burning tree and pulled it out. The rescue video spread to millions of people online. Colombian Sebastian Arias, who lives on the streets in Lima, went viral after rescuing 25 dogs from a fire in Gamara. When he saw the flames at a recycling warehouse, he climbed a building to reach the trapped animals on the roof. He dropped them down one by one, while neighbors below used sheets and mattresses to catch them. His act was praised as an example of pure courage and love for animals. The man who ran a marathon on his balcony during quarantine is Elisha Nochomovitz. In March 2020, this French runner completed about 26.2 miles on the balcony of his apartment, which was only about 23 feet long. People online called him the balcony runner. The girl who built a robot to clean ocean trash is named Anna Du. In 2018, this 11-year-old designed a robot capable of detecting and collecting plastic in the ocean. Her invention went viral on TikTok, and people started calling her the ocean hero. The famous distracted girlfriend meme comes from a staged photo by Spanish photographer Antonio Guillem. The picture, taken in Barcelona, shows a man looking at another woman while his girlfriend reacts in shock. It became one of the most used meme formats in internet history. Switzerland, a disruptive proposal has emerged in the world of tourism with the Null Stern Hotel, which completely rethinks the traditional idea of where and how to stay. This innovative concept offers rooms without walls or ceilings, allowing visitors to sleep outdoors under the starry sky. By eliminating physical barriers, guests connect deeply with nature and enjoy a unique sensory experience. The Port Jackson shark is a typical inhabitant of the seabed in the coastal areas of southern Australia. This species stands out for its distinctive body pattern, black, strap-like bands crisscrossing its grayish skin, making it unmistakable among other sharks. Modest in size compared to its marine relatives, this benthic shark moves close to the ocean floor, calmly exploring its surroundings. Jorge Chavez, a key figure in Peru's aerial history, marked a milestone by being the first aviator to fly over the Alps in 1910. Although his life ended tragically during the landing, his bravery will be forever engraved. His feat elevated him to the status of a patriotic icon. His legacy inspires generations of Peruvian pilots. The Intempo, located in Benidorm, Spain, is among the tallest residential buildings in Europe, reaching about 663 feet and with 47 floors. Its distinctive architecture features two parallel towers, joined at the top by a golden diamond-shaped structure. The Four Corners in the United States is a unique point where the territorial boundaries of four states converge: Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. This location is marked by an iconic monument that marks the precise junction of these borders. Tourists can simultaneously situate themselves in all four states, a unique experience in the country. Merhan Karimi Nasseri lived a unique story when he was trapped at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris for nearly 18 years. From 1988 to 2006, legal issues related to his nationality kept him stranded in the waiting rooms. His unique situation served as inspiration for the film The Terminal. German bartender Philipp Traber amazed the world with his skill and precision in preparing 17 drinks in a single act. With one steady hand, he simultaneously filled 17 highball glasses with an energy drink, while with the other, he placed 17 shots of Jägermeister directly on top. The perfect timing allowed the contents of the shots to fall into each glass at the same time, creating a flawless spectacle. On the paradise island of Siquijor, in the Philippines, are the majestic Cambuganhay waterfalls, renowned for their intensely clear turquoise waters. These waterfalls descend in 5 low terraces, with heights ranging from about 6.6 to 13.1 feet, framed by lush vegetation and natural rock formations. In Anchorage, Alaska, a curious moose surprised visitors by quietly slipping into a hospital lobby. Attracted by the warmth of the building and possibly the scent of some ornamental plants, the animal strolled through the automatic doors as if it were just another visitor. Tulum cheese is an exquisite specialty of Turkish culinary tradition, valued both for its distinctive flavor and its unique production method. This cheese is matured inside sacks made of goat skin, which not only preserves its properties, but also gives it an unmistakable flavor. Slightly spicy, intense, and with nuances that evolve over time. Anna Galkina, a young woman originally from Russia, has gained international notoriety under the nickname the Ice Princess. This unique title was given to her due to her impressive ability to submerge herself in icy waters and consume ice without showing any signs of discomfort. Her body seems to naturally adapt to extreme temperatures, pushing the limits of cold that most could not endure. Hamad Fathi is a prominent Egyptian basketball player, known not only for his skills on the court, but also for his imposing height of about 7 feet 6 inches, which places him among the tallest men on the planet. Julia Butterfly is a prominent American environmental activist, known for her extraordinary peaceful resistance that lasted 738 days. For more than 2 years, she remained perched at the top of an imposing Californian redwood, an ancient tree about 180 feet tall and approximately 1,000 years old, with the goal of preventing the Pacific Lumber Company from cutting it down. The Sutun cenote, located near Valladolid on the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, is a natural gem that belongs to the group of cavern-type cenotes. This place is distinguished by its stunning scenic beauty, characterized by a semi-enclosed cavern with an opening in the roof that allows sunlight to illuminate the crystal-clear water, creating a fascinating spectacle of light and shadow. Its transparent waters and serene atmosphere make it a favorite destination for tourists. In Colombia, there are truly unique buildings known as upside-down houses, which amaze visitors by offering the optical illusion of being completely inverted. These homes are designed and decorated with painstaking precision so that every element, from furniture to appliances, appears to be upside down. Vika Bren is a talented Israeli artist who has gained international recognition for her astonishing body painting technique, in which she transforms her own hand into visually stunning optical illusions. Using her skin as a canvas, she manages to create images that play with perception and trick the eye, turning a simple limb into a surreal piece of art. The green heron is an elegant small heron species found in diverse humid ecosystems in the Americas, including mangroves, riverbanks, swamps, and wetlands. Compact in size, it reaches a length of about 17 inches, making it one of the smallest herons on the continent. The Grand Lisboa Hotel is one of the most iconic skyscrapers in Macau, China, famous for its spectacular architectural design reminiscent of a blooming lotus flower. Its golden, curvaceous structure rises elegantly above the city skyline, making it a visual landmark both day and night. Beer Terrier is a craft beverage originating in Mexico, created especially for dogs. Made with all-natural ingredients such as malt, spirulina, flaxseed, wheat, and minimal amounts of hops, this beverage is designed to offer a refreshing experience without endangering the health of pets. Stefano Fiorina, an Italian artist originally from Turin and born in 1990, has risen to prominence in the contemporary art world thanks to his original and unconventional approach. His work has garnered international attention for a unique technique, creating portraits using aluminum trays as supports. Using this unusual tool, Fiorina prints faces with a distinctive style that challenges the traditional boundaries of portraiture. The sucker squid is a fascinating species that inhabits the icy waters of the Southern Ocean. It stands out for its impressive size, growing up to about 46 feet in length, making it one of the largest squids on the planet. Every year, in San Juan de la Vega, Guanajuato, Mexico, a unique and daring tradition known as the Explosive Hammer Festival is celebrated. In this ceremony, attendees apply a flammable mixture of chlorate and sulfur to hammers, which they then strike against metal objects to cause impressive explosions. This adrenaline-fueled practice is part of a ritual honoring St. John the Baptist, the town's patron saint. Meet the vampire deer, a unique creature that lives in the jungles of Southeast Asia and draws attention for its unusual appearance. It gets its name from the elongated, curved fangs that emerge from its mouth, which can measure up to about 4 inches, resembling the teeth in a vampire myth. Despite this intimidating appearance, this deer is entirely herbivorous and moves cautiously through the vegetation. Dong Tao chickens originate from Vietnam and are distinguished by their sturdy, scaly legs, a rare characteristic among birds. This special breed has historically been reserved for important events and for feeding the nobility due to its exclusivity and exceptional flavor. Their imposing size and the tender texture of their meat make them a highly prized delicacy in traditional Vietnamese cuisine. The kudu bull is an imposing antelope native to the African continent, famous for its spectacular spiral-shaped horns that can measure up to about 5 feet 11 inches. This creature primarily inhabits the savannas and scattered forests of sub-Saharan Africa, where it adapts to diverse ecosystems. Its coat, a mix of brown and grayish tones adorned with vertical white stripes, allows it to easily blend in with its natural surroundings. The monumental wooden sculpture created by Chinese artist Chen Yi-sun is a work of wonder for its size, detail, and cultural significance. This piece, which measures about 4,030 feet long and took 4 years to complete, was carved from a single colossal tree trunk. The work is inspired by the iconic traditional painting Along the River during the Qingming Festival, a masterpiece of Chinese art. Gladys Ingle was known for walking on the wings of airplanes in flight, defying gravity and danger with extraordinary courage. She was the only female member of the legendary 13 Black Cats, a troupe of aerial acrobats that dazzled audiences in the 1920s Hollywood. Tell us in the comments which of these fun facts amazed you the most. Do not leave without subscribing, liking, and sharing for more fun facts.